Today we're going to explore how to use some basic functions in Excel. I'm going to show you how first to calculate means and standard deviations, and then later I'll show you a couple other functions I find particularly helpful, such as count, countif, and rand between. First, open up your Excel workbook with your previously entered data. I'm going to use the leaf width data that I used in the data sorting and organization video. Remember that this bar in the middle of Excel is called the formula bar or function bar. And pay careful attention to that as we begin. Let's start the process by calculating the mean leaf width for our leaves. When I calculate functions, I typically prefer to label them so I can find them later. So I'm going to create a mini table to the side of my larger data table. We'll start by calculating the mean and standard deviation, SD. So I'm adding those labels to the right of the data set. Click on a cell where you want your function to appear. I'm clicking on the cell adjacent to mean to start with. To enter a function, you can either click on the cell or the formula bar and type it in manually, or you can click on the FX button near the formula bar and select from a menu of options. Once you have a cell highlighted to place your function, click on the FX button. You'll see the Insert Function menu open. Now there are hundreds of functions in Excel, and you can type in a description for what you seek in the search for a function box. Or you can use the drop-down box and find a category that you seek to narrow your search. Go ahead and select all and then type in average to find the average function. Click OK. The function argument box for the average should now appear. To calculate the average of an array of numbers, you can type in the cells where your data are, or you can click on this box to the right, which will minimize this box and allow you to select your data using the cursor on your data sheet. See this dashed box that's created when you select cells? That is Excel telling you that you're selecting data within a function. To finalize that selection, you'll need to hit enter and then click OK to close the function arguments box. Now you should see your calculated average appear in your cell. Now let's do the same thing for standard deviation, which is a measure of how variable or different the measurements in your data set are from each other. We click the cell next to SD and the FX button, type in standard deviation. Now there are many options, but we're looking for STDEV, which is the standard way of calculating standard deviation. Just like before, we're going to go to the function argument box. We're going to click on the box to select our array of data that we want to measure the standard deviation from, and select the same leaf width data we calculated the average for. Exit out of the box by clicking OK, and now your standard deviation should appear. A quick hint: if you're confused or getting strange errors in your functions, remember to use the help link included in the function arguments in the lower left-hand corner.